All right, welcome back. You know, on realcopstoriesvideos.com, look that up. 355 stories. They're all fun. Vice, narcotics, undercover stuff, foot pursuits, gangs. You'll like it. It's fun. Now we're doing question and answers. So if you want to ask me a question, go to this site, okay? rsbcopstories@gmail.com and ask me a question. We have over 100 of these now, so we're doing pretty good. We're moving along here. Okay. Now I'm top step working South Los Angeles in a narcotic unit. All we do is narcotics, and explaining my supervisory role and all the stuff I've done. Okay. Some of it's pretty good. Some of it's kind of close to being sad, but not bad. I mean, it's all good. Again, I want to say, like I said last time, I am not the perfect supervisor, but I knew enough to not do stupid mistakes, not to intimidate my people, not to demean anybody, okay? I had a boss earlier that was 6 of us working for him. He'd come in the morning and never say good morning to anybody. Or he'd say good morning to one guy. We're sitting at one table. And again, I'm learning. I learned that. So when I became top step, my sponge was full. So I picked from there. I had 9 people, 2 ladies and 7 men working for me. When they came in, I said good morning to every single one of them. And some of them I knew their wives because they talk about stuff they want to do off duty and stuff. So, you know, 2 of them I kept with me for probably 15 years, okay? I got them promoted, they left, 9/11 hit, they came back, and I kept them until I retired. I started off with good people, so, you know, you have to do that, okay? You have to do that. Okay, so now here's what's happening. I'll give you some more operational things, okay? You don't think about this, but we do search warrants in 2-story locations, and a lot of them are government housing. They're brick buildings, 2-story, you know, 3-4 bedrooms, bath upstairs, bath downstairs, okay? Always trying to come up with a new way to break those doors down, because the doors are steel. They're reinforced so they don't get robbed. Can't blame them. But we have to get in those doors when there's someone selling narcotics out of those places. They're very difficult. It takes about, I'm guessing, with hand rams and picks and everything, it takes a good 20 seconds to break that door. A wooden door, we can get it done in 10, maybe 15 seconds, but a metal door takes another 20, 25 seconds. Okay. You don't think that's a long time when you have 9 guys in front of that door and 4 guys in the back door, and we're all screaming police, and there's gang members inside with guns. Count off 25 seconds. That's 8 seconds right there. It's a long time. It's a dangerous time, okay? So luckily we didn't get shot, or nobody got shot doing those things, because we used to scare the suspect. We used to get fire extinguishers, and as we're bucking in the door, we were asking them to open the door. They won't open it, obviously. So my guys would get their baton or a crowbar with one hand, and they break the window downstairs by the bathroom and stick the fire extinguisher in there and blast it away, okay? And they'd open the one over here, because we knew the layout. The government housing are all the same floor plans, so we knew exactly where everything is. And we'd have opposite sides fire extinguishers in the living room, trying to distract the guy while we get that door open, and also for officer safety, because if he's busy looking at fire extinguishers, sure, the cops are coming, but he doesn't know whether we're coming from the sides or where, you know, so that worked out really well, okay. Now, because of that, we had a new guy who was here, and he's a what do you call it? He likes to work on things. He's a fix-it man, fix-it guy. Okay, he comes to me with an invention. Okay, so you can imagine this. One of the jobs I have to do is listen to these guys when they come up with an invention. He wants to have a way to, because the guys would run up. What they do is they had a chopping block inside the apartment, you know, a chop block, and that's where they had their coke. And people would put money in they had the mailbox in the door. And the guys would stick their money up inside. He'd take the money and drop a piece of coke in there. And he'd have it right by the front door on a chopping block. That's how they did it. Well, when we come to the door, sometimes they grab that chopping block and they run upstairs because they know we're coming in the bottom, and they try to get to the bathroom. And most of the time, which is good for us, as they're running, you know, do this. Get some dry, get a French roll and crunch up the hard part of it, you know, the outer shell of a roll. Put it on a chopping block, and then get up and run to your bathroom. Okay, half that stuff's going to fall off, okay, because that's what coke would. If you run it, and there's a trail, you know, of cocaine as he's trying to, you know, get it flushed, because he knows if we catch him with any coke, he's going to go to jail. So one of my guys says, "Hey, boss, I got a plan." I'm going, "Okay, what is it?" He goes, "Well," he says, I got a big fire extinguisher, and I'm going to get an adapter, and I got pipe, PCV pipe, and I'm going to hook it on the adapter, and on the top of the pipe, I got a curve with a metal nozzle. And so when we do the search warrant, I'm going to slam the window upstairs in the bathroom, because we knew where the bathrooms were. Told you, we knew the floor plan. When I do that, I can have a partner, and he'll hit the fire extinguisher, and we'll fill that second story thing with foam. Okay. So I'm going, oh, okay. And remember now, we're autonomous, is the right word? I run my unit. Nobody tells me how to do it. I'm the one in charge. I'm responsible for everything, okay? So I go, well, he goes, it was a Friday. I go, well, tell you what. I get, you have it ready? Well, I'm working on it. Okay, can you get it ready for Monday? Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, bring it in Monday and I'll look at it. And I'm not going to say yes. I'll look at it. And we'll see we're going to do it. Okay. So he brings it in. He's got a pickup truck. So he comes in Monday and I see him out there. So I come out and we're in the parking lot. He's assembling it for me. And I'm going, that son of a bitch might work. I'm looking at it, yeah, that might be, okay. Well, we didn't have a warrant that day for what I call the projects. It's government housing buildings. We call them projects in law enforcement. We did a couple of houses. We had to wait a couple of days. And I could see him, like, he'd be talking to other guys, trying to find out when we're going to have a warrant at a project location. And sure enough, about the fourth day, he comes to work with a big smile on his face. He goes, yeah, so-and-so's doing a warrant at a project today. Okay. You're on point, man. We're watching you. I can do it. Who's my partner? So he grabbed another guy, one of his assistants, right? So I'm going, okay. Okay, now as a policeman or detective, you think, oh, this is great. Okay. When you get the stripes and the hash marks, you're thinking, what could go wrong? Okay. Like taking an exam. You don't take an exam to the answers. You get an exam to the ones you don't know. Okay, so you gotta okay, fine. Or you go take an oral interview and I know all the answers, but what are they going to throw at me? And this is the same thing. Okay, I see it's got potential, but what could go wrong? Okay, and they're going to say, oh no, what could go wrong? Everything. Okay, fine. So we're all set. Okay, so now he's in a black and white with his partner. Normally they go in plain cars, but he's in there because he's got that pole. It has to be assembled. So each section is 10 feet, the length of a story. More, I don't know what the height is, 12 feet, whatever the story is. He's got two of those sections in the back seat of the car out the window, going down in a black and white, going down the street. We have a van, we have a black and white with 4 officers in it, then we have another black and white with officers, then we have him, and then me. And we're all caravanning, to this place, Here we come. I wish you could videotape these things. We weren't allowed to because of liability in case we weren't allowed to videotape these things. Okay, so anyway. So again, I get out of the car, have to slow down because everybody's running, so I'm kind of making sure I'm in the back. But now, as we're running to the door, here's the front door, it goes like this and then curves and the bathroom's up there. So luckily, I can just kind of get offline and watch my guys through the front door as they're breaking the door down, and I can watch this guy with his experiment. Okay, so everything's going great. I hear the door, everybody's yelling, I hear windows going in, fire extinguisher. He goes, okay. I go, done! He slams it in there. I can see him breaking the window. Hit it! Okay, so the fire extinguisher. Well, I guess just like when astronauts, right? You go in space, if you're floating around, you sneeze, you go that way, right? One reaction, another reaction. Okay, so he hits this thing and it breaks the glass, and I'm watching, right? So hit it, and they had a what I call an industrial-sized fire extinguisher. It's probably about, I'll show you because the camera I go that low. It's not your normal one's about this high, okay? This thing was a monster. It was like maybe 2.5, 3 feet high and about this big around. It was a heavy duty. He got it from the fire department, okay? So he's ready. And he had the adapter on and everything. Okay, fine. So he hits it. I'm watching this thing. Well, again, with every reaction, it's a reaction. So as soon as he hits the charge, it goes up, hits that nozzle. Well, it's only plastic up there. There's nothing to hold the nozzle. So now it comes back, and and he's hanging on to it, and all this foam is, flying everywhere. And then, of course, the guy that's got the officer that has the fire extinguisher, he's not looking up. He's watching the fire extinguisher. He's not looking to see that it went bad. Okay, so I'm looking at all this, for like maybe 15 seconds, full speed fire extinguisher coming out of a nozzle. Okay, like the nozzle you used to hose down your driveway, the screen's like this big around, but it's like 40 miles an hour, man. This isn't like when the firemen get a big hose and they kind of just douse stuff. Yeah, it's shooting out like when you're gonna, use a sprayer to spray leaves off your driveway, only times 10. So he's hanging out of this thing and I'm looking, turn it off. He finally, oh my gosh. And now, of course, he's off the handle because he's all excited that his helper, he's trying to so it falls over. I'm watching him and he's trying to turn the thing off because now it's locked in. And it's just flying everywhere. And people are out looking, they're all laughing and pointing, and it looked like Arrowhead. It looked like we're on a snow day, okay? There was foam everywhere. And of course, the foam, I was far enough away that I didn't experience the residual residue, what do you want to call that? But the helper, covered in fire extinguisher foam. The guy that invented it, he's covered in foam. The side of the building's all covered in foam. All the grasses, everything's covered in foam. It's huge. It's hilarious, okay? And he drops it down. He's looking around. Of course, now my guys never saw it because they're busy knocking that door down. And a couple of guys at the end saw it, but they took a quick look and they went in. They don't have time to be looking at this experiment. They got an armed suspect in there. So it kissed the guy. We got coke and okay, fine. it kind of was a success because they did get solution or fire extinguisher foam in the bathroom, but it wasn't enough to make a difference because apparently, remember, one spurt and that nozzle went the other way. Okay, so now we're standing. So now I come outside. I have my assistants going in there making sure the warrant's okay. We only have one suspect. And they're taking him. I walk over to this guy. And oh man, the assistant's laughing his butt off, and this guy he's sitting on the ground. He just shaking. He's like this, shaking his head. You know. I go, "You're right, man." He goes, "God is my witness. I thought it was going to work." I said, "Okay." I said, trying to be nice, I said, did you, and this is afterthought, but I said, "Did you actually try it at home?" "Well, there's no way I can try it. Where am I going to do it? I have to go to a field or something?" I mean, it made sense. Where are you going to test fire this thing? You know, with the foam. I go, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, I thought it was going to work too." And I don't want the guy to, you cannot squash innovative stuff, okay? You got to give him credit for trying, And of course, now guys see him there start laughing. "Look at you snowman," all kinds of stuff, man. And one guy, because he was a Caucasian officer, so we get these shots like, "Well, I knew you were white, but look at you." I mean, he's all covered in this stuff, man. And of course, the citizens are laughing, and then they're all pointing, looking. We're in a predominantly minority area, so they don't see this very often. I've never seen this. No one's seen this, okay? And the uniform guys that were with us, they were laughing too because they're thinking these narcotic guys are crazy, There's foam everywhere. So he's quietly dismantling. He had it, screwed. He's dismantling it, fire extinguisher, and I feel so sorry for the guy. He's walking back to the car, and everybody's laughing. And so we always debrief these things. Okay, so we head back to the station, and we go in the station, put the suspect in the tank. We're all sitting around. The uniform guys have already been left. They're not part of our unit. They're gone. So I got 9 of us in there, and so I have he wasn't the case agent is explaining the warrant, how everything went. Everything went well. We got a couple of guns. We got him. Okay, everything's good. So I said, "Anybody got anything?" They're all looking at it. And the guys are making jokes about the fire extinguisher. Firemen are going to charge you for the foam. All kinds of stuff. So I said, "Okay, let's get something real clear here, guys." And they're all looking at me because I've been there a while now. I've been there maybe 8-9 months now, so they know I'm a no nonsense kind of guy. So I said, "It didn't go well today, with the fire extinguisher. Everybody knows that. It's Captain Obvious here, okay? I know that. Okay, but look, he gets an A for effort. Okay, you guys come up with a better solution, let me know. We tried, it didn't work, we'll try something else." So it's fun to laugh at him. It was kind of funny. Everybody's laughing. It was funny. Come on, it was pretty funny. I said, but we'll move on. We move on to something else. Somebody come up with something better, come up with an invention. We'll always try something within reason. And this was in reason, didn't work out, so what? But it was still pretty funny though. I felt it was so hilarious about that. And how much time do I have? I want to make sure I have enough for the next one. We go okay?
You're at 13.
Hmm?
You're at 13.
Oh, okay. Looks like I'm going to have to wait for the next story because this is a good one to stop on. And we have another procedure that we did. It's not really an intervention, so actually it's a good time to stop because then we can come back to this next procedure when we did a search warrant. It's pretty good. Okay, see you next time.